Hi everyone, it's Annie from Phoenix Healing. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's Wednesday, November 13th, 2024, and I wanted to come on and do a little video about the full moon that's going to be occurring in a couple days on Friday, November 15th. So this full moon that takes place in November is sometimes dubbed the Beaver moon, and this nickname is derived from the fact that beavers typically begin seeking shelter from the looming winter cold during this period of the year. It's still autumn, but November marks a shift towards the chilliest and darkest portion of the year in North America. So it does make sense that this moon is also called the frost moon or freezing moon. If you want to look at this lunar lore more, symbolically, you can think of this full moon as an illumination of all the things you need to feel warm and safe as you face the increasingly cold temperatures and darker days of the upcoming season. Plus, this Beaver moon takes place in the fixed earth sign of Taurus, which is fitting as the stability-seeking zodiac energy is all about being pragmatic and focusing on material matters. The most important thing to have in your toolbox right now is the ability to roll with life's changes and keep an open mind. And that's exactly what the spiritual meaning of November's full moon is all about. The moonlight may be shining through the grounding lens of Taurus, but thanks to some of the planetary action surrounding it, the lunation has a much wilder and more unpredictable edge that'll throw some excitement into the mix too. The full moon will be tightly aligned with the unconventional planet Uranus, infusing the whole lunation with electric shock of rebelliousness and a sprinkling of chaos. Meanwhile, this moon-Uranus combo is sweetly supported by the intuitive planet Neptune, heightening psychic senses and emotions and giving your dreams a chance to test the waters of reality. With these two faraway planets so closely tied up in the Taurian full moon vibe, you might find that you're interested in stretching the corners of your comfort zone a little bit further than normal, making more room in your heart to collect the things you care about. Your needs, values, and desires are always shifting, so don't trap yourself in a box that hinders your growth. Your ability to evolve is essential to your quality of life. In fact, it's essential to survival. The Taurus full moon arrives in Scorpio season to anchor us during an astrologically intense time, but cosmic forces make it tricky this year to find stable ground, and especially as it's also the last supermoon of the year. Typically, a Taurus full moon is a chance for groundedness, with the moon visiting the steady Earth sign during intense Scorpio season, but the November 15th, 2024 Taurus full moon arrives the same day Saturn comes out of its retrograde in Pisces, and the moon again is conjunct with erratic Uranus. November 15th could be a day with uncertainty arises thanks to the Taurus full moon combined with structuring Saturn, which is resuming forward motion in Pisces for the first time since June 29. And with the full moon conjunct, which is traveling in the same sign as Uranus, the planet of revolution, people are going to be hot-headed and anxious. This full moon is also just a few days out, like, is it like 10 days out, 10, 11 days out from November 5th or the November 4th or 5th, whatever that day was for US presidential election that left many people feeling out of sorts. Uranus is erratic and unpredictable, and it's been retrograde since September 1st. So Uranus is considered one of the planets that sparks upheavals in the world, the others being Mars and Pluto. With Mars in Leo right now and a 2-decade transit of Pluto and Aquarius restarting November 19th, feelings like anger can run high at this full moon. The advice for this planetary cocktail is to be strategic and practice some emotional regulation. Her buttons will be pushed easily at this full moon and really throughout all of November, which opened with a sizzling Scorpio new moon on November 1st. The November supermoon comes on the heels of the September and October supermoons, so emotions run higher than usual with these lunations charging us up with feelings. I recommend a little extra emotional regulation near the Taurus full moon so you don't, spin out and react in ways that you'll later regret. Taurus full moon is typically a chance for groundedness, but with Uranus in the picture, we will feel ungrounded. So expect something surprising or to be given a chance to re-examine your values, beliefs, and priorities. Scorpio season is in full swing, so you've been submerged in your emotions and swimming through the deepest corners of your psyche for the past few weeks, but this full moon rises directly across the zodiac and sensual Taurus. Because of that, one of the best ways to stay grounded during this lunation is to tune into your physical senses. Pay attention to your physical reaction to things. Is something you usually enjoy suddenly making you feel lethargic or antsy? Are you getting a gut feeling about something? Sometimes your body knows things even before your mind does. And because so much energy will shift unexpectedly during this full moon, allow all of your senses to guide you. As Taurus rules our daily routines, this full moon nudges you to break a bad habit and put a life affirming practice into place. A smart idea before the holidays, kick into high gear. Initiate a sustainable shift that fits with your lifestyle. Enough of a change to make an impact, but not so gigantic that you give up before it gains traction. So maybe not an overly, lofty, like I'm cutting out all sugar, carbs, and dairy. In other words, like set yourself up for success. Sensible but sensual Taurus also loves luxury, as the sign is ruled by pleasure goddess Venus. The key is making sure you have enough resources to cover the basics while enjoying those earthly delights. Ultimately, the spiritual meaning of November's full moon reminds you that no matter how much practical planning you do, the universe still has a way of throwing you curveballs. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Life surprises, keeps you sharp and on your toes, preventing you from becoming stagnant and forcing you to continually develop new skills and also to grow. So under this Beaver moon, embrace the sudden twists and turns that reshape your current path. Once you figure out how to navigate them, you'll realize they're leading you toward unimaginably exciting places you otherwise could have overlooked. You can still find safety beyond the familiar. In astrology, full moons gain their meaning and exact their influence according to the sign they're in. This November full moon falls, within the sign of Taurus, one of our most practical and down to earth signs. However, because it is sitting beside the planet of Uranus, which is about disruption and change, this could be a sign that you need to change your habits or experiment with a new way of doing something. It could coincide with a revelation of change that you didn't see coming. So definitely expect the unexpected. This full moon symbolize endings. If you want to work with this full moon in Taurus, take some time to reflect on what's been happening in your life. It could be a time to move in a new direction. Taurus is also a very embodied star sign, and a full moon in Taurus offers an ideal chance to do some self-care to nourish your mind and body. And it's time to restore some balance. That is a huge thing that's been coming up, especially for this November energy, like that self-care, that energy, and really making time for you. So with that said, on this Friday, November 15th, the night of the full moon, I will be doing a full moon reading. I will be offering the readings. I was guided to do that, especially with so much energy happening and with it being the last super moon of this year, 2024. So if you are interested in having a full moon reading done, you could visit my website at phoenixhealing.com, click under Oracle and Tarot card readings, and the full moon offering will be right there. Or depending on where you're looking or you're watching this video, you can click the link in the Instagram or the link tree bar, and it'll take you right to that full moon once you click on that service there. So with that said, this November, we have so much things happening, like I said in the video I made a couple days ago, and it's just going to be more and more and more as we get through the end of this year. So especially with that theme that's ever so present of self-care, do what you need to do to take care of yourself, your mind, body, and soul. Please nourish yourself and ground yourself as best you can, especially with all this energy that's happening right now. So with that said, please take care of yourselves. Have a really great day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.